You've been hiding in the shadows way too long. You always thought that you were weak, but babe, you're wrong. Yeah, you better step into the light, just give it a try. Think that it's time you let that spark out. You've been hiding in the shadows way too long. And who cares if you might mess it up? You're stronger than the others think. And who cares if you might mess it up? Go ahead and shine, darling. Go ahead and shine, my dear. 'Cause who cares if you might mess it up? Just shine. You shouldn't doubt yourself, 'cause you're a work of art. You should know that you are perfect with those flaws. Yeah, you better step into the light, just give it a try. Know that it's time you let that spark out. You've been hiding in the shadows way too long. And who cares if you might mess it up? You're stronger than the others think. And who cares if you might mess it up? Go ahead and shine, darling. Go ahead and shine, my dear. 'Cause who cares if you might mess it up? Just shine, shine, darling. Go ahead and shine, my dear. 'Cause who cares if you might mess it up? Just shine. And who cares if you might mess it up? You're stronger than the others think. And who cares if you might mess it up? Shine, go ahead and shine, darling. Go ahead and shine, my dear. 'Cause who cares if you might mess it up? Just shine, shine, darling. Go ahead and shine, my dear. 'Cause who cares if you might mess it up? Just shine.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to session number 3 for Course Creation Challenge. Lovely to see you all jumping on in. I hope you've had a fabulous week. Come on, turn your cameras on so I can see who's here. I'm up at 6 o'clock in the morning. You can turn your cameras on. Awesome. There we go. There's those beautiful faces I want. All right, who did the Post-it note challenge this week? Give us a show of hands. Yes, Autumn, Shedza, Trina. Yeah, look at that. Look at you go, girl. I love it. Did you have fun with it? Isn't it great to get those thoughts and ideas that are rolling around out there, on the wall, moving around? Did you start to see more than one course as you started putting things together? Yeah, yeah. That's what happens, right? And I'm going to talk to you a lot about, especially today, we're going to talk about making money in this thing before you make it. How does that sound? Yeah? Yeah. Yes. Awesome. All right. So that's what we're looking at today. I'm also going to talk to you about the power of live streaming today as well. And we're getting ready for next week. This time next week, I hope you've all put aside, I think it's a 5 or a 6 hour session. You're going to have to register because we've got to make sure you're all set up and ready to go. But we're actually going to be building your course. So by the end of next week, you will actually have something ready to sell. Yeah, that's right. Something ready to sell by the end of the month. And then we're going to talk about marketing because you can't sell a secret. If you build it, they will not come. You cannot sell a secret. You need to get it out there. So before we get into the content, I'd love to hear from a couple of people. What did it feel like? You know, since last week, who wants to come up and share? Since last week, and you got all the activities done. Let me find you. Trina's got her hand up.
Recording in progress.
So let me bring you. Where are you? You're over here. Oh, I've moved all my buttons around. Hang on a minute. Here we go. Trina. Where's my button?
Hi.
There she is. Hello.
Hello.
So how was the session after last week? How did you go?
I tell you, I am going to give the biggest shout out to the number one thing you did, Sally, was give us an accountability buddy. I do really well with that.
Oh,
and my buddy, we had a long weekend here in Canada, and
Mhm.
I had the busiest week of my business. So I cranked it all out today. Like I was brainstorming and doing things all week, and I was talking all about having it done. But my buddy on Instagram messaged today at 10:14 and said, "Hey, is it done?" And I didn't want to disappoint her. I didn't want to disappoint myself. So I mapped it all out, and I think for me, the less time I have, the easier it comes to me, because I don't want to say procrastinated. It really was a matter of time, but I have so much information on my board that I feel really, really good about it. So I'm shouting out you for these accountability buddies and my accountability buddy, because she actually kept us accountable. No one followed up with me all week really until today. So that's what got my ass off, and I had to come on and I did it.
I love that.
I'm a little bit
well
of a
done.
procrastinator,
Well,
I think.
Look, I was the girl that always left my homework till the night before, and I would still do really well.
Yeah.
I feel I'm the same. Under pressure, I just get it done, and I seem to get more done if I've got a deadline looming. So well done, especially being so busy and just, you've got to make the effort. You've got to put that time aside, right? And well done to you. Well done. Who else wants to come up and share how they went this week? Let's have a look. Autumn, come on up, Autumn. How did you go this week? Just unmute yourself, honey. Yeah. It's okay. Someone always does it.
Okay. Awesome. It went really good. Actually, I had a few, if it feels good to have it on paper and to put it on the Post-it. So it was in my brain, did the brain dump, then shifted that to an outline, then shifted it onto Post-it notes.
Yeah.
And it's so clear and organized. I feel so okay, I can do this. This can actually be a thing. You tell me what's next and I can make it happen.
Awesome. I love this. Makes me so proud to hear that you've all followed through. Who else we have in here? William, come on up, William. I know you were here with me last. Oh, hang on, I've got to find you on my little list here.
So I took months off, and to be honest, this week I did a lot of the homework last year,
Mm-hmm.
and I just had to find the files. They were lost in my computer, and it was, we were talking about a signature course last time, and
Yeah.
really, I got a little overwhelmed looking at. I have logical stuff written out, but it was challenging. But I'm in it, and to not quit it. But it's emotionally, there was a lot of friction to getting these tasks done.
Yeah. Okay. Especially if you've looked back at something that you've done before, but then remembering all the pieces as well, right? Like, and then and just keep asking yourself, do they really need to know this to get to the end result? Now, everybody else, like, keep going. Do not give up. But here, I just want to say again, this one. I just want to say again, please do not change your topic that you chose in week 1, okay? Because we've got to see it through. That was your promise, remember? We're going to stick with whatever we chose. Don't overthink it. The process of actually starting and finishing, you know, lots of people celebrate starting things, right? But getting to that finish line, that's the hardest part. And by the end of next week, you will have something tangible to sell. All right. So what I want to talk to you first off today is about, well, first your homework already. I'm going to talk about your home play. This week, your home play will be to make a welcome video for your course. So what we're going to do is we're going to build it in some software, and then when they buy, this welcome video is going to be in there. They're going to see all the lessons, but there won't be any in there yet, just your welcome video. So what I really want you to lean into is what we're going to sell it before you make it. You see, the best way to validate is for somebody to say yes, right? And now you can choose to do a beta group. You could choose to charge a small amount than you would normally. But these people are actually going to get more attention than any of your future students will, because they will be there with you while you build it live. Now, the reason for building it live is a few. First is, remember, we're building the course for them, right? So when what you've mapped out and your idea for the modules and for the lessons, what can happen is you start teaching and you get instant feedback from those who are doing it with you as you're building it live. And so if maybe something you said or the way you presented it wasn't clear enough and you have to reiterate or rephrase, you just do it and you fix any of the things that come up immediately, right? And then what you do is you get instant feedback and also testimonials from the very first session. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to give you the exact framework for how to teach it live. Want that? To make it easy so you don't have to overthink it, but how you teach it live in a way that also gets your testimonials up front. Now, I've run courses and taught them live, and I might have this is always this early in the morning, my mouth and the toothpaste, I tell you. That's better. So I've sold courses and I start getting a few weeks in, and then the people I'm teaching, I realize what I planned for week 7 needed to be moved to week 3. So I do, right? Because remember, we're building it for them. There's been another course that I did, and I got about 3 or 4 weeks in, and I'm like, they're not where I thought they would be by now. So what I had to do was I had to actually, there is nobody in the waiting room. So she's in the wrong Zoom room. So I started teaching, and then I had to pivot and shift the lesson. Oh, no, the next one was sorry, I lost my train of thought. You see, I come here with no notes. Because I know I've taught this so many times, but then I've got to remember them in order. So they come in and they were not keeping up. Not that they weren't keeping up. I just assumed that they would be further along by now. So I stopped. I could have kept teaching to record and finish the course for me, or I could stop and help the people get to where they needed to be before I move forward. And that's what I did for about 3 or 4 weeks because they needed time, right? Because we've got to remember we're doing this for them. Sure, we're going to make money from it, but at the end of the day, it's for them. So here's how you teach it live while recording. So once you let everyone know to come along, make sure you let them know you're teaching it live, right? So they might get a little discount. And in return, they've got to give you feedback and testimonials from the course. Now, here's the thing. Chasing testimonials at the end of a program is so hard, trying to get those feedback and testimonials from people. So you do it in the session. So your very first session is a little different than every continuing one. The first session, what you're going to do is everybody comes in just like you are all now here, and you welcome them, and then you break the ice a little bit, and it's all about building community. That's what week 1 is all about, or session 1. You will definitely do a breakout room or 2, okay? Because community, and just as Trina said before, that accountability will help people get to the end. Because the completion rate is around 10% industry average for people who buy an online course and actually get to the end. So if there's anything you can do to help them, accountability and building community in that first week, making sure they link up with accountability buddies is really important. So you jump in, you introduce yourself, you go around the room and just ask a few people, and here, this is what we also call message mining. Getting to hear from the people who said yes, why did they say yes? So as well as teaching, we're also getting some messaging out for future marketing material. So why did you join? And why did you say yes? Why did you say yes to you to coming into this program? And go around the room, and you're recording at the time, right? So you can go back. You won't hear everything they say, but do say things like, oh, that's really interesting. Tell me more. Tell me more. Oh, can you elaborate on that? Just through a few people. Don't spend ages, the first sort of 10 or 15 minutes getting to know people. And then this is how we start the live recording. So before you record, what you want to do is find a stop and smile position. Hold, pause, and count to 3 in your head. Okay? So you stop and you just go. Nobody notices that you've just stopped. But when you're in edit, you will. So there'll be this long line of no talking. And you're like, oh, that must be where I need to cut. So just count to 3 in your head and then just keep talking and nobody knows. Right? Now, as you're starting to teach, if you mess up, it's okay, right? It's like standing in front of a room of people. There is no takebacks. So you just go, oh, hang on a second, I messed that up. I'm just going to redo that again. Okay, hang on a second. Right? And then start teaching again. So you will be thinking about thinking about the edit at the end by remembering if you mess up, even partway through a sentence, you can keep going. Nobody knows, right? So your hold spot, stop, pause, and hold. It'll help your edit so much easier. All right. Now, this is the framework. After you've done that introduction, then you start to teach. So from that stop, count to 3, hold, then you'll start to educate. You'll educate. Don't talk to the students in the room. Just teach. And then after sort of 5 to 15 minutes of whatever that particular topic is, you'll stop again and hold, and you'll say something like, I'll see you in the next lesson. Or off you go, do that activity, right? And then go around the room. So this is now where we take a moment and you will either do one of two things at this point. Give them a short activity to do that reinforces what you taught in the room. All right, so activities are things that are done on the day. And home play is what they do between sessions. I call them little GSDs, right? We do a little get shit done session. Then after that, ask. Okay, so here's where you start already getting testimonials. You say, all right, now, everybody, I'm coming around the room. I'm going to get you to share with me, what was your biggest aha or key takeaway? Right? And then if you've got any questions, feel free to shout out. And then after that, a quick 3 people, I usually only do 2 to 3 people, we'll move to the next lesson. So you may fit in a session sort of 3 to 5 lessons, just depends on how long they are. It could be the entire module in that week. So usually when I'm doing a live course build, I will block out 2 hours each week because it allows them time to stop and do an activity, do breakout rooms, teach and get feedback. Now, you keep doing that pattern until the very end. And at the end, you give them home play. Something to do between that session and the next. And remember, they're not here to learn everything you know. They're paying you to teach them what they need to do. And home play allows them to reinforce, keep going back and thinking about it and doing it in between sessions. Once you've done that, then you will end with, what did you like best about today? And you'll go around the room and again, you'll be capturing their video and their audio. So after session 1, you've already got little audiograms or little short testimonial videos, or you can get them to type in the chat and you can take little screenshots inside of the chat of what they've learnt and what they like best. And we can already start to put those onto your sales page. Because even though you may have kicked off, that doesn't mean that you still can't be taking enrollments in that first week or 2, because they can still catch up, but you're improving your sales page along the way with audio testimonials, video testimonials, and screenshots from out of the chat. Now also, to build community, you'll see I do it in MIA. Go check what I do in the post. I do a what did you like best in the Facebook group for those that catch the replay, and also tell them what their home play was. Again, capturing testimonials, screenshots, and videos. Okay, and that's how you teach on the first week. And it's all about that community building, right? Sending them out for community. Now, on the second week and on from there, you kick off the session with a quick, how did you go last week? What did you like best about last week? Pick 3 people, bring them up, and then again, hold and pause, and we start to teach. And we do the same thing on repeat. Teach an activity or a Q&A, and then teach an activity and a Q&A. All right, so we're doing that every week. And I usually leave 2 hours. I try to be done in 90 minutes, but you never know with me. I just go on. If they've got questions, I usually just keep staying, especially through a course build, because this is the time that you get to work with students straight away to get instant feedback on what it is that you're doing. So teach it live. Now, I don't know about you, but if I'm trying to record straight to a camera and only a camera, oh, how many times do I mess up? I'm like, oh, okay, got to do that again, got to do it again. And I just can't seem to get it right. But when I got people in a room, it's just like standing in front of a classroom. You've just got to talk, right? And it just comes across better. And I've looked at lots of students who have done this over the years, you know, and they didn't think they could do it live, but when they did, it actually, having people smiling in the room and like taking notes, seeing them with a pen, makes my heart go pitter patter, right? Like, I'm like, yay, they're learning stuff. And then getting that feedback kind of boosts your ego a little bit as well, to hear that what you're doing is actually helping people. So who's ready to build it live? Yes, Trina, yes. Oh, Janice, Dr. Janet's like, yeah, William's like, yes, you're going to finish it with me this time. Yes, Cynthia, awesome. All right, so this is what I want you to do in your welcome video. Because what we're doing next week is we will be building it in my software, but you don't have to stay in it, all right? But I want you to have the experience of actually building it. Now, whichever software you end up in, what you will learn with me, you can use, because I've used all the things. I'll tell you about my little journey of software later. But whatever you do, you will still have the core stuff to go out and sell it. And if you do finish the build, I'm going to gift you a sales funnel, okay? So that it's set up and automated for you, so you can focus more on what it is that you do. That's a little gift for you for following through. Only those who finish, though, because that's going to be my time and my team's time to help you build that as well. All right. So in your welcome video, and you'll change this welcome video in your course, I usually kind of, if I do a cohort, it depends whether you're selling at Evergreen or you like having cohorts come through together. The welcome video will always change to welcome the new students, especially if I've done a few updates in the program. So the welcome will be first. Hi, because you're welcoming them. Congratulate them for saying yes to them, right? Acknowledge that they've actually raised their hand and pulled out a couple of dollars to say, I need and want this. And then from there, you will introduce yourself, give a little bit of background. Don't go on, because really they're just worried about their results, not yours. They've already said yes. And then tell them what's coming. So explain to them when you'll be starting your first live session, and to block out a couple of hours, because you will spend the first part teaching and the second part answering questions, so that they come prepared and ready. And then start to get them excited by building a community. So you can say, and below the video, there's a link to our community where we'll all be supporting each other and holding each other accountable, and start to build community while you're waiting for your first session. So that's all your welcome video is, so that when they get into the course, they've got at least something to watch. But all your lessons, this week you're going to finalize the names. That's it. I don't need a whole lesson plan, because you know your stuff. Now, I always get this question, do I need a PowerPoint presentation? If it's going to stop you and hold you back, no, you do not. You can do that next time. Do I need a workbook? No, you do not. You can add it next time. You can tell people, just go, grab your iPad, go, grab a piece of paper. I've had students like forget to grab, and they're writing on paper towel, and then they take a photo of their paper towel with their notes. So don't hold yourself back. Some of my old courses was when I moved out here to the outside office, it was a shed with all my paintings in the background and dirty walls. Some of them were me in my old office in the house, no wardrobe doors. Because at the end of the day, it's the content that you're teaching them. That's the important stuff, not what's behind you. Now, it's a good idea to, at least try to put yourself in a good position. My first course was me and a phone. That's it. Me and a phone. Recording live. So you don't need all the fancy stuff. Okay? So, 1, you've locked down your course from week 1. You've chosen your module names and your lesson names. It doesn't matter if they change, right? Doesn't matter. You're allowed to. I promise you, this time next year, it will not look the same. It never does, because we're always working on improving. Right. Now, did I show you the diagram? I can't remember because I've done this once already this week. Did I show you the diagram of your signature method and then the live teaching component along with the how we improve our course? Did I do that with you guys? No? All right, cool. I wasn't sure because I taught this lesson earlier this week and I'm like, did I? I can't remember if it was with you or it was the one before. All right, hang on. There's somebody in the waiting room. One sec. All right. Okay. So here is what your course looks like. Right. So hang on. Wrong button. Which one is it? Oh, I've moved all my buttons around. One sec. I want NDI and notes. There we go. Okay. So you have your course that is a step-by-step guide, right? So these are your modules and your lessons, okay, that you have. And when somebody joins you, they have a problem. And when they go through all the steps and the lessons, you help and fix them, okay? So this is what I like to call your signature method. You see, because as you grow and scale, if you are only selling you, then you're not scalable. But your method is. And when people learn your method, you can then start having other people teach your method. Like I got some people recently to build me some automations because I just didn't have the time. And they didn't do it right. They didn't set it up in my method, right? So your method is what you're going to be selling. Now, along with your method, this here, this goes into the online course. All right. So that is your, and if I can spell right, there we go, online course. But as all educators, we learn from people's questions where they get stuck. See, they start doing the lessons and then they might get stuck. And we have to help them because what might have been easy for us ends up being a bit trickier for them. And you don't know this until you're actually working with people, right? All the guessing in the world will not equip you for actually what happens live. Now, that means that when we get the FAQs, they also get added to improve the content, to improve the lessons. So both of these together, remember, it's all about them. The content here, which is the lessons, they get improved, and therefore you improve your method. My original method looks very different to what the Freedom Funnel formula is today. So this part down the bottom here, this is recorded, right? So people can go back and you can be selling it even when you're not around. But what makes you able to sell a higher ticket offer is when you turn up to help. And so from people buying your method, you will then build community. Okay, now community, people buy for are successful because of accountability, community, and having an enhanced opportunity, which is having you there with them, the guide, right? You're not the hero of the story. You're their guide to help get them there. And also, you will run the live calls. Now, the first time when you build the course, you'll be doing a lot of teaching and some Q&A. Every other time you maybe bring a cohort through, and you should at least do it once a year with real people, because things change. Different people get stuck in different places. The second time, before the lessons or before the live, you send them into the course. We're working on this. Go catch that. And I'll meet you in the live call. And now you get to spend more time helping people achieve results. Right? And then with this in mind, then the community and the live calls, which we call coaching or mentoring, improves not just your method through the live calls that feed the Q&A, which improve your method, but also improves the results. Because whatever it is you promise them that they're going to achieve, you want to get them to those results, right? You have to deliver on your promise. And this up here, this bit up here is the live part of it. So down here is recorded and evergreen, but the live continuously improves their results and your method. And on the second round, you may reteach some of those lessons because you've found a better way. Or, hey, this time I've got a workbook for you because I haven't had to think about the lessons. I've just been able to think, I'm going to make a workbook for this one, right? So this is the method that I've always used for, one, selling a course and teaching it live. But the method that I've taught over the years may have been shifted and changed. And I've rebranded the name of the thing 3 times, right? It started out as the Elite membership. Then it was called MAPS, Marketing Action Plans. Then it was called, what was it? Sales Marketing School. And now it's just the formula itself, right? I don't have the academy so much about me anymore, but people buy my method, right? And inside my method, which is the Freedom Funnel formula, we have little mini methods. So as you're building out your course, right, what you could do is say your larger signature method with all of the lessons are here. you might find that you want to just do that spotlight course and you decide to just do this one first. And then the next time you might do this one. And then each time you build upon it. So the option really is yours. Do you want to go all in and do a whole signature method? Or maybe you just do a part of it now and then add more. That's what my maps were, marketing action plans. I would do one little section each month. And then I would take a break and then I'd do another thing. And then eventually it built up into this like 18 different maps, which was way too much, right? I learned the hard way. Give them too much, they get overwhelmed and then they just don't do the things. And you're wondering why you're losing people is because we're just giving them too much. Now, when you have this mapped out, whenever, and this is what I'm going to ask you to do, and this is another one of your home plays. So one of your home plays is to make the welcome video. Okay. The second you should be pretty close to. I just want you to lock down, module names and lesson names. We need those for next week. Just the names. All right, ChatGPT will help you if you want. She's pretty decent. I got one I've built. I've actually built a few of my own. Okay, but the next one is I want you to start committing to going live. So tell me, who in the room here goes live regularly every single week? Who goes live every single week? Tell me, come on. Yes? Yes? Live where? Yes? Okay. Wherever you want to. Yes, every week. All right. Same time every week? Never? Well, we're hopefully going to change that. Hopefully we're going to change all of that. All right, let me share with you why. I've been going live on the same day, same time for so many years, I can't even remember when it started. Always Tuesday, 9 a.m. Melbourne time, Australia. Every week. Now, during the lives, I'm teaching always usually a tiny, tiny little bit of something from inside my program. Something that, you know, keeps, and also sometimes some of those lives, I'm like, okay, I need to fix something in my course, so I'll record it knowing I'm going to chop it out. Oh, I forgot to mention something. Hang on, I'm going to digress back to you teach live, you end the session after the Q&A. So just go back a little tiny piece. If you can block out time straight after your live session with your students to edit the video straight away. Because why do you think we want to edit the video straight away? Because you remember what you did half an hour ago. You remember that, oh, I taught that bit there and I messed it up and I started again. Or I realize, like I've just done now, that I missed something and I have to go back, right? And then sort of slot it back in here. And I can edit a video, if I do it straight after a live, within about an hour and a half or more. It's just chop, chop, you know, chop, save, chop, save, chop, save. That's it. Actually, it's chop off the front, chop off the back, save, and then undo the chop off the back, right? Then chop off the front, chop off the back, save, and then undo to bring the back. And so I just keep working my way through the video. If I don't have titles and things like that I need to do, I just do it in iMovie because I got a Mac and I don't need to, I don't need anything fancy. So also, if you want to add subtitles really easily, there's another great piece of software called Descript. So if you want, I've got a partner link for that if you're interested, but it transcribes and also it, puts your words along the bottom, your captions. But the cool thing about Descript is, say you want to remove an you can just delete it from the transcript and it removes it from the video. It's pretty cool. So if you can, because I know if I go back days later to edit, what I could have done in an hour and a half might take me 5 hours because I've got to watch it again and I don't remember. So it's a time saving thing, but block out the day or, pick a day that you have time you need to get yourself in the right headspace before you go in. I do one of two things at the beginning of a session. If I'm tired, I turn on pumpy music, right? And I kind of get myself going. If I'm nervous, I try to get grounded and sort of calm myself. And luckily, my husband has a beautiful backyard lawn. I love to sit on the grass. Then you do your thing and then you edit. Right. And you're pulling out those testimonials as well along the way. So it's great for the ego. Now, let's go back to the live. Yeah. Do you pick a time that works for you or is best for views? No, for me, it's my life that I do forever. They will get used to it and 80% of your viewers will be on the replay anyway. Yeah. Love that. So pick a day and a time. Can you do that for me? Every week, same day, same time. When you get further down the track and you've got extra content, if there's one week you can't go live, put up a replay as if you are live. All right? And I'll tell you totally honestly, I sometimes don't stay on. Now I'm better at it because I've got a team. But sometimes I couldn't do a full live. I would be out at something. So I'd grab the phone and I would still go live at the time I was going to go live. If the house was really noisy and I had to hide in the wardrobe for 10 minutes to do my live, I would. Now this live, right? Let me just come back here. What's going to happen is you're going to build the gap. Now, you don't have to always do stuff from your course. Sometimes it might just be, oh, look at my cute dog. Look, they're wrestling. What a lovely thing to watch. But when you are, oops, wrong button. Oh, I've got to fix my buttons. I messed around with my screens. Here we go. So when you are doing your live, you will choose, say, a little tiny piece of your program and you teach that as a little mini lesson, right? So there is, one little tiny problem that will give them a little tiny result. But what you're doing with this is you're building what's called the gap. It took me ages to figure out. People used to say the gap all the time. And I'm like, what is the gap? The gap is that I hope you got true value. Now, if you want to take it further, I have more over here. Right? Or this section here is a 4-step process, but I'm going to teach you 3 and the rest is over here. So we're building the gap from the live to the bigger result. Because think about your program. In your 15-minute, half an hour, 60-minute live, depends, how long you talk. When you get me going, I'm off. But when you're building that gap, you could never teach everything in one live. You just can't. So never, ever, ever, ever worry about giving away all your content because you can't. And if you do, it's in all kinds of order and they don't know how to put all the pieces together in the right order to get the real result. That's what the course is for, to cut a check for speed. There is not a lack of content out there, right? Everyone can always find a YouTube video or a blog post or a training online for free. But it's the time they waste trying to do it themselves. Remember, they pay for accountability, community, and an enhanced opportunity. That's why they'll be successful. Right? And then what you do to ensure that they get results, and this is from Tony Robbins, RIM. Repetition, immersion, and modeling a proven practice, which is yours. Okay, repetition. If you ever go and look at, well, some of the places I've learnt, and you can see how often I'll watch the same video, like 6, 12 times or more. When I was in network marketing, I learned and became the #1 team builder in all of Australasia because I listened to the same lesson probably 100 times from Eric Worre on cassette tape. Right? Over and over and over again. And now I can have very simple, easy conversations because I know the framework on how to have a conversation without being salesy. Just a conversation, but it's in the right order and the right way. And it was just from listening to the same lesson over and over again. Hang on, drop my pen. So you will also pick a live day and time, okay? From now till whenever. Not only will it feed your course and build a gap, the next thing it's going to do is podcast. That could be a podcast. And we can pull audiograms out of it. We can chop it up and make reels out of it. We can make audiograms out of it. We can transcribe it and turn it into a blog post. Now, this isn't new use. I mean, Shalene talks about it all the time. She was the one who told me to do it. Right? And so I do my weekly live and my podcast manager jumps in and does all sorts of fun things with it now. Before, it used to be me. But now I've got somebody else, Ma, she's awesome, who does it for years now for me. So going live helps them. It helps you build the gap. It allows you to create more content. It also allows you to test your content. And when I do my live now, my paid community members join me every week in Zoom. So I still go live, but my paying members join me in Zoom to ask questions at the end. So I want you to think about this because we're in this for the long game, right? You're all here for a really long time. This is something you want to turn hopefully into, some really good passive revenue, but you cannot sell a secret. And going live is going to give you more than just content. It can become your marketing material. The testimonials that you get on the lives and in the live trainings, you can put them into your marketing material. So there's a couple of little home plays for you this week. Your welcome video. Lock down the names of your modules and lessons. We need them for next week. And then pick your daily or weekly, live day and time. Now, let me tell you about what happened to me from going live. So I always choose something every year to do that's new, that I've never done before. And one of the years was I went live. This was way back in 2017, 18. Whenever Periscope was transitioning to Facebook, there was this jump between the two. I went live for 365 days. I made a commitment and I went live every single day. Now, it wasn't the same time every day because it was a daily thing. At the beginning, I got lots of help from my family, right? My daughter would come on and hold up all my pretty nails that I was selling. And on weekends, partway through, about 3 months or more in, my husband, I'm like, I need content. And he is known within the TV show that he works on as the Bush Barista. And I said, well, let's teach people about coffee, right? So every Sunday he'd teach them a little bit of something about coffee to help me. I'll be like, hi, I'm alive, and here's my husband, Danny the Bush Barista, right? And he'd just teach them something about coffee. We've got so many different coffee contraptions. And because the show is about four-wheel driving, it's all like no power, hand things and drippy things. But what I found from that was my confidence level grew. I was able to, test ideas. And the best way to learn is to teach, right? So I started doing this ACT therapy, and it was a group thing. And I would come home and it would be a Thursday. I started calling it Thoughtful Thursday, and I would just reflect on what I'd learned. And that helped me through therapy as well. And then some people that were in therapy found me online and started saying, I'm watching you on Thursdays because I'm learning after we leave, which is a little bit like I didn't really want the therapy people to see me online. But anyway, and the same when I started learning marketing. I started going live and I would share what I'd learned, because the best way to learn is to teach. So I would throw that in. And you can imagine, who's happy 365 days a year? Anyone? No. Some days were bad, right? One day I had a fight with my husband and I'm like, I've got to get this live done. So I just filmed the fire pot, right, that had the fire going in it outside. And I just said, hi, everyone, I'm here, just relaxing here on a Sunday. Who loves to watch the fire dance? Let's just enjoy it together for the next minute. And that was it. That was my live. Another one, I had surgery on my eye. I came home. I was like a pirate. Actually, I bought a bird around that time too, and I ended up being an eye with a big African grey. It fell in love with my husband and not me, and we had to give it to a man. But I went live with my eye patch, and I'd just come home from pretty big eye surgery, and I went live, and I'm like, hi, guys. I'm home. I got nothing. Goodbye. Have a great day. That's it. That was my live. I still went live. So you don't have to be brilliant, but just do show up, and only one day a week, not every day, because it will build consistency and people will start marking the day you're live. Like, there's something I watch every single week on YouTube and it goes live on a Friday. Sometimes I don't see it till a Sunday, but I'm definitely going to see it before next Friday because I know it's there. It's the consistency as well. And most people will only watch you on replay. So also what happened was I went from 2,000 followers on my Facebook account, and that was just with my little network marketing company, to 70,000 followers in 12 months. Just from, I was running ads, but not like I run ads now. I was just, a little bit here and there because a lot of what I was doing was networking. But consistency, right? Going live. And I believe that that's also why I get to hang out with amazing people like, working here with Shalene. And, I now help Amy Porterfield once a year. And, I've had Pat Flynn on the podcast. And it all started with me, because I was the photographer always behind the camera. Like, my husband's on the TV show. I don't want to be seen. So it will make a big difference for many, many reasons. And if you're here to help people, what's the best way for people to get to know, like, and trust you? When you've got social media live, right? You can't hide who you are on a live. Eventually, and if you're scared, right, to go live, just think about them, not you. That's the other reason why I like to teach live. If I'm doing pre-recorded, I'm all about me and I'm in my own head and I keep making mistakes. But when I'm talking to you guys, I'm just having a chat with my coffee and it's just more natural. And it's not about me. It's about making sure what I say resonates. I'm watching you all, taking notes, nodding your head, thinking, yay, it's going in. All right, so what I want you to do is we're going to do our little breakout room. And for those on the replay, you'll be able to scroll through. I'm just going to set them up. And this will be this week's accountability buddies, okay? And this week with your accountability buddies, you are going to, one, figure out how are you going to hold each other accountable this week, okay? Second, look through your calendars. Find a day and a time and lock that down. That will be your weekly live every single week, even if it's just a couple of minutes, but I want you live every week. Can you commit? How long? 5 minutes, 1 hour, up to you. And totally bring back all your questions that you have, because I will hang around and answer all your questions for you. In regards to the platform, make sure it's good quality. So I always recommend you do film this way, because we can always turn this into a portrait video, right? But if you try to turn that into a portrait, it doesn't work. So do landscape. Platform, wherever you go, you still want to be able to save it. YouTube's great, Facebook's great, Instagram's not as great, but it's still doable. And also, if you want to, do what I do. I go live in all the places at the same time. So I go live on YouTube on 2 channels, on Facebook on 2 pages, on LinkedIn, only on 1 because I'm trying to get the new company to 150 follows. So go follow OmniSAM to help me get there on LinkedIn. But I can on my personal one on LinkedIn. Also on Twitch. And I believe you can do Instagram, but if you've heard the story, I lost all of my accounts with Facebook and Instagram, so I haven't got back around to fixing Instagram. But I used to do Instagram as well. All with 1 live stream. Back in the day, I would have 4 different windows open on my screen in all the different places. Now you can use a piece of software called Restream. So if you're interested in looking, I'll find the links for you all when you come back. And I'll put it on the Replay Hub if you want to have a look at any of these resources. But Restream, I believe it's up to 3 platforms you can go live on at the same time. But also with Restream, you don't have to be at your computer. You can actually still use Restream and go live in multiple places from your phone as well. So I'll get all of those links. I'll also pop them onto the Replay Hub so you can go and have a look at them, as well as Descript, which is another great, video editing tool. It's fabulous because you can chop. Stephanie Garcia, if you guys know her, she came into our community and taught everybody about Restream and how easy it is to edit videos, because you don't actually have to listen. You just can cut out words. You can remove all the ums, and it just automatically deletes them from the video as well. It's pretty cool. And then if you're like me and you might mean to say number 18, but you say 15, or you say an S on the end, a bit dyslexic here. With Restream, you can just type the replacement word, and if you've got enough audio in Restream, it'll replace it for you as well. So if I say, 15, my lips say 15, but my words say 18. So that's pretty cool as well. Yes, right. Descript is awesome. All right. So I've got your rooms all ready. Now I want you to lock down that time, organize your accountability, and let me just get these rooms open and allow. So again, you're going to have about 5 minutes each. Help each other along the way. And we've got somebody who left, so we're going to move that person. And help each other along the way. Figure out how you're going to hold each other accountable, so that by this time next week, you will just have the module names and the lesson names. You'll have your welcome video ready, and you will have confirmed your weekly live. All right, have fun. Oh, make sure I've got the right things on. Yes, make sure that that's all turned on. Let's turn that one off and open all rooms. And we'll be back in 15 for those on replay. You'll be able to scroll on through, but I'll put some music on for you if you just want to bop along. Have fun.
On a run from my given disaster, speed away from the holy mind, pride. That's where I never thought it would matter. If I'm gone by now, all my weakness keep on linger on repeat like it will be my favorite song. Oh, I know I should be moving on, but you got me good, you got me good. I keep on driving till it bends, still it feels like I pretend. Keep on driving and driving along the roads and end. Lost my head over my back between the jars and bottle jack. Just me and all the red lights. Keep on driving and driving. In the heat from a hot California, I forgot how you looked like in rain. That's why I never thought it would matter. If I'm gone by now, all my weakness keep on linger on repeat like it will be my favorite song. Oh, I know I should be moving on, but you got me good, you got me good. I keep on driving till it bends, still it feels like I pretend. Keep on driving and driving along the roads and end. Lost my head over my back between the jars and bottle jack. Just me and all the red lights. Keep on driving and driving. All the memories just lingers on repeat like it is never gonna stop. I can't help myself from feeling all alone, but you got me good, oh, you got me good.
I've been feeling so small. Watch the clock ticking off the wall. But tonight I'm letting it go. Spend my coin for sure. I'm gonna be myself, or I could be someone else. No one's stopping me now. I'm gonna skip my breaks. I'm gonna make mistakes. I just wanna feel alive. It's just what I do when I'm out, so try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at those beautiful stars. I wanna drive a faster car. Nothing can break drive a faster car. Lay my troubles to rest. Blow the smoke through my cigarette. City lights looking fine, and I know this is my time now. I'm gonna be myself, or I could be someone else. No one's stopping me now. I'm gonna skip my breaks, I'm gonna make mistakes. I just wanna feel alive. It's just what I do when I'm out, so try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at those beautiful stars. I wanna drive a faster car. Nothing can break me, no, no, nothing can break me. Try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at those beautiful stars. I wanna take a trip to Mars. Nothing can break me, no, no, nothing can break me. Look at the beautiful stars. I wanna drive a faster car. I'm gonna be myself. I'm gonna be someone else. I'm gonna be myself. I'm gonna be someone else. I'm gonna skip my breaks. I'm gonna make mistakes. I'm gonna skip my breaks. I'm gonna make mistakes. I'm gonna be myself. I'm gonna be someone else. I'm gonna be myself. I'm gonna be someone else. I'm gonna skip my breaks. I'm gonna make mistakes. I'm gonna skip my breaks. I'm gonna make mistakes. Try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at those beautiful stars. I wanna drive a faster car. Nothing can break me. No, no, nothing can break me. Try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at those beautiful stars. I wanna take a trip to Mars. Nothing can break me. No, no, nothing can break me.
You're like a circle that floats around me, keeping me safe and sound. And when I fall, you tied a rope to me. You're blessing me every day. I was down with an illusion, like a sparrow with broken wings. But now I shine with your reflection on me. I'm getting back up on my feet. That you showed up was written in my palm. You are a statement, explode like a bomb. I get to push myself to victory. You make me winner. You cut me loose and set me free. You make me win in every way. You showed me how to spread my wings. Yes, I'm the winner of the day. Why'd you have to go and drive me so crazy? Now I'm feeling lost without you, and I just can't be without you, baby. Want you all night long, want you all night long. Tell me, why'd you have to go and drive me so crazy? Now I'm feeling lost without you, and I just can't be without you, baby. Want you all night long, want you all night long, want you all night, watch 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 all night. Tell me, why'd you have to go and drive me so crazy? Now I'm feeling lost without you, and I just can't be without you, baby. Want you all night long, want you all night long. You've been hiding in the shadows way too long. You always thought that you were weak, but babe, you're wrong. Yeah, you better step into the light, just give it a try. Think that it's time you let that spark out. You've been hiding in the shadows way too long. And who cares if you might mess it up? You're stronger than the others think. And who cares if you might mess it up? Go ahead and shine, darling. Go ahead and shine, my dear. 'Cause who cares if you might mess it up? Just shine. You shouldn't doubt yourself, 'cause you're a work of art. You should know that you are perfect with those flaws. Yeah, you better step into the light, just give it a try. Know that it's time you let that spark out. You've been hiding in the shadows way too long. And who cares if you might mess it up? You're stronger than the others think. And who cares if you might mess it up? Go ahead and shine,
back. I know you have fun when you hang on in for that last 30 seconds. Hopefully you've now sorted out who's your accountability partner, how you're going to catch up. You've locked down your weekly live day. It's your life, so choose the day and time that works best for you. I did see a couple of little questions here that I just wanted to touch on, which we just did there, which was picking the time. Also, how long for the lives? To be honest, some days it's quick and some days it's short. But here's the thing. Just write 1 to 3 dot points on a piece of paper before you go live. Sometimes I don't even know what I'm teaching until the last couple of seconds beforehand. I've got a book of heaps and heaps of books back here that I take to conferences and things as well. And I'm like just flicking through that, looking for something, or my notes from previous sessions, because you can teach the same thing on over and over again. And sometimes you'll just say it a different way and like, oh, wow, that's a better way to say it. If you talk enough, good stuff's eventually going to fall out. Like there are certain stories, like I've got one about a fish and chip shop that just fell out one day that really resonated with people. Another one about rain and an umbrella that I just started talking about one day and fell out, and it resonates really well with people. And the way I found out that it worked well was because at the end of the live, I said, what did you like best? And people just started saying that story that fell out. And I'm like, okay, got to use that one more often. And this one here, what do you do when somebody joins? So let me give you the framework is what I normally do for when I are going live. So first is as soon as you're live, you want to start with a hook. There's nobody there with you when you first go live. So there's nobody to welcome, but you want to start strong. You know, so lead with whatever it is that you're going to help them with. And usually it's a good question at the start, right? A good hook would be, have you ever struggled with time management? Or do you feel like you're juggling all the balls? And then state what you're going to cover during your live. Because the people that watch you on replay, you've got that first few seconds to grab their attention for them to stay. Don't do this. I'll just wait until some people come on in. Who's seen those lives? Yeah? Yeah, I've looked at her. She's just like, yeah, I know, right? And you just like, flick. Don't even care what they're going to talk about because they're just sitting there waiting. Now, what I do is we've got a theme song. You heard that as you came back in the room. You know, it's been the song for me and my business for years now. It's 3.5 minutes. So I do my hook. And then I was waiting for everyone to join us live. I'll be back in 3.5. And then I put the song on. You don't have to do all of that. If you want to know what this software is here, which is pretty cool, right? You can actually use this software just like Restream to stream to all the places. But I will say that you need to be a bit techie. Okay, you don't want to start with this. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 windows open for the one piece of software right now. It's like yes, it's Ecamm. That's right, it is. It's Ecamm. So I love Ecamm. It has to be a Mac to use Ecamm, okay, but I love it. And you know how I say I pick one thing every year to learn? 1 year, or I picked Ecamm. I'd had the software for 18 months and I'd hardly touched it. So 1 year I said, I'm going to learn Ecamm. And they ran a little challenge in December. And thank you, Trina. They ran a challenge to go live in December. It was Vlogmas. And I did that. And then I got their attention because I started doing green screen and getting Canva. And I cut out their little heads, all of the hosts on Ecamm. And I put them on little dancing what do you call them? I don't know, little Christmas elves. And then I danced them across my screen and they loved it. So I got their attention with that. But this is Ecamm. But yeah, it's record straight to your computer. So even if your live video going out is crap, right? It doesn't matter because it's going straight from camera to computer. So I'm not stressed if the live doesn't work because I've always got the recording on my machine. It's next level though. Honestly, just use your phone. I've stuck the links on the home base for you as well. So the links that we spoke about, or the replay hub, Descript, Restream, and Ecamm as well. I'll get that one up there. Now, also make sure you register for GSD. So let me tell you a little bit about what's happening with GSD. So it's 6 hours. And we'll be building in my software. I'm now a software company owner. Who would have thunk it? It has the ability to build your course, right? And I'm going to give it to you all for 14 days for free so you can come and do the clicking. Because what you will learn, even using my software, and then if you decide to go to another piece of software, is that they're all very much the same in regards to course building. Okay, but I'm going to give you templates, branded stuff, lots of things to help you get it done on the day so you can start selling it straight away. But we're only 7 months old, so we're a baby, right? For years I've wanted, since I started getting into this technology, I've wanted my own software company. And I looked at getting developers in about, when would it have been? 5 years ago. It was like a few $1 million to develop the software. So it's taken me a while. But let me share a story with you about my first course. So my very first course that I bought was MIA. And I sold things from the garage to buy it. It was a horribly scary investment for me, right? To spend all this money on an online course. I'd never done it before. And then in early 2000, and I actually looked this up the other day, it must have been 16. I did. I actually wrote, I've got an email coming out with a bit more of the story this week. But Shalene and the software company that had just relaunched a brand new version, she must have been brought in as an influencer and they were brokering a deal. And when she launched, when she was teaching MIA to us, the live weekly lessons, she's like, leave it with me. I'm going to go and talk to the people at the company, as she does, right? Pull a bit of weight, see what I can do for you. And she got us a really good discount, but also for the life of the software. So that software, I'm a legacy member of because I ended up joining it way back then. And it was the reason, it was because of Shalene's deal that I said yes to the software. And then I built my own course. And at the time I was in network marketing and it was teaching people how to take photographs, because I was a photographer, of their pretty nails, because I was selling nail wraps because they're bright, they're colourful, and there was never the same. I feel naked with nothing on my nails at the moment. So that was my first course, but it was because of the discount. So because I love Marketing Impact Academy, this is not to share, okay, outside of the community. We've got founding member rates on our software, but I'm going to give you guys 20% off the founding member rates for life as well. So you're going to get it less than everybody. It works out to be at 140 something Australian dollars. Great for you in America. Go and do the math. It's very cheap. But it will have we are only going to focus on the course, but it's courses, websites, funnels, automation, email marketing, social media scheduling, many other things, AI. But don't worry about all the things it does. But we're going to build a course in it together. Okay. Now you can choose to stay or not stay, but come play. Okay. Because what I'm going to give you, you're going to be able to use it regardless of which piece of software you choose, but you're going to need something, okay? And we're going to have fun, right? We're going to have fun along the way. So I've added a link to the replay hub. So let me see if I can. So I haven't set my buttons up properly. Let me see. This might be scary. Oh, you can't see all the things, or that's not as scary as I thought it was going to be, because I've got one of those big, massive curved screens. And sometimes, here, I just want to show you. Where is it? Not that one. Oh, get out of the way. Too many screens. All right, let's try this one more time. This one. There we go. So there's the replay hub. So you'll see here what I've done is I've added the extra button for you to now register for the GSD. I've added the software that we spoke about today, so you can go and do your research. Restream, I believe it's like 3 platforms for free. Okay, and number 3 posts are already up for you as well. And once you register, so you'll come in here and you'll register for next week, you'll get an email with a discount code, all right? When you register for the software, because you're getting it for free, you'll put the code in, it'll accept the code, but you won't notice the discount unless you stay, right? But it will be applied forever. Just for you. So please don't share the link outside of MIA. It's my way to kind of, I feel like it's full circle, right? I met Shalene. She got me into Kajabi. And guess what? I ended up teaching inside of Kajabi. They still run promotions, and I'm inside of one of their, I think it's Ideas to Income promotion. They took one of my lessons and they broke it up and they teach it internally and to the community as well. Keep, which was the other piece of software that I had before starting my own company. Both of them awesome. One CRM, one for courses, and then the other one was Acuity. They were the 3 major platforms that I played in until Aussie women, me and my buddy Jackie, we started our own company together. Well, I reached out to her and said, come on, babe, let's do this together, in July last year. So, yeah, who knew that Shalene mentioning on a live and going and getting that discount for somebody who was teaching art and design and graphics and photography would be running a software company 10 years later. Who knew, right? All because she was the catalyst to tell me you have something that you can teach and make passive income from. And it just, and because I was an educator already, I didn't think I could like have an online school, right? I had all of that imposter syndrome, but I need a piece of paper and who will listen to me? And I mean, I sold a course first to teach people how to take photos of their pretty nails and lighting. And the second one was because of my fear of going live. We did a go live challenge for 30 days and sold that as a course. And again, teaching lighting, coming back to photography. So many things. And, you know, the go live stuff I still teach to this day. And now I got Ecamm, which is so fun. All right. So before we wrap up, questions, hit me with them. Raise your hand if you have a question. And I'd love to hear from you. What did you like best about about today? Thank you so very much. That is the link to the replay hub. So you go to mia.sparklewithsally.com/MIA-CCC-replay. It should be in your emails though. I'll tell you all of our emails for this promotion because we've been so busy with hiring staff at the moment. All your emails got hung up last week and nobody got reminders. Hopefully your reminders went out this week. Hopefully. Did everyone get a text message a few hours? No. Heather, do you want to just, I won't share, but just drop in the chat your email and I'll cross-check and see what's happening with your account. Trina as well, do you want to drop your email so I can check that you're in the workflow and why you're not getting it? I feel like the chef that doesn't cook at home half the time because I'm so busy building automations for other people that I sometimes don't do my own stuff. So that's what happened. I just threw this together so fast. I'm like, oh my God. Oh, yes, it's February and I was going to do the thing. So that's why you guys only got told about it like the week before. All right, my beautiful people. Fabulous for throwing those in. So who's going to come up? Share your big aha and ask questions. Feel free. Any hand raises. Let me find my little window again. I've got to get this fixed. Who have we got? Let's bring up Sinduli. Is that how I say it? Dula? Hang on, I've got to find your little button to you too. Come on up.
Recording in progress.
Hello. Come on up. Unmute yourself. Start speaking. And she's looking for a button.
Hey, Sally.
Yay. Hey,
I have
William.
two questions.
For sure. Go for
It's
it.
a pleasure to be here again. And so Blake is going to help me on the back end and managing software.
Mhm.
And my focus will be to create the content and manage the intellectual property.
Yes.
So I think I would still like to come to the GSD day,
Yeah, for sure.
but I think he needs to be there. And I just wondered if you had any recommendations
Register,
how to
come,
best
and
do it.
I will be putting a replay out. How does that sound?
Okay.
Yeah. So as long as you register, you'll get the replay. Come along. And I know you've got some, and he's not, or whoever he, she is not available on the day.
He'll be on there. He's taking the day off to
Okay.
learn
yeah.
it. So we can both be on.
You can both be on. And the thing is, if you've got, because I'm giving Canva templates and things like that as well. So you both can help each other with that too. So if you've got a Canva account, you can both jump in and help each other in the same designing area too. So I'm going to be giving you good templates that will be really easy to use but look very professional. And you'll be able to do it together. Definitely want you both
Awesome.
in there. Yeah, for sure.
Thank you.
If he wants the reminders in his email, it would be good to register as well, just so he gets them in his email, or just one anyway. But I hope it's all set up to go right.
Awesome.
That you said you had two. Was there another question?
Yes. So, well, by golly, I forgot the other one, but I'll go with the positive comment.
Yes.
It's nice to really be specific and have attainable, accountable goals. So thank you for doing that.
You're welcome. Yes. What is the cost, Trina, to attend? Free, baby. You've just got to get the software on trial, come play, and it's free.
I remembered the other question.
Yes.
So this is the software OmniSAM, correct?
Yes, correct.
Can you what's the elevator pitch? Like what all does it do? I know we haven't been into sales funnel and CRM, but
yes.
it's basically a suite for the whole system,
It
right?
is. That's why it's Omni. And actually, my company name is OmniSuite. The software is OmniSAM. I'm writing AI bots as well, and they're Omni bots. But the software is OmniSAM. So SAM, Sales Automation Marketing. But what it does is, one, you can build courses, right? And also online communities. You can also get your communities and courses, if you wanted to, into the Apple and Google Play Store. So you can have your own app. So that's one portion, courses and communities. The other one, websites, funnels, blogs, e-com stores, all user interface sort of front section of your business. So website to tell everyone about you, funnels to drive leads and sales, e-com stores so you can sell products, and blogs for SEO. That's another part. The other is social media scheduling. So we can link to all the platforms. Not only does it schedule out, but what I love is we can reoccur those posts. So we do a little challenge once a year where we get you to create a certain amount of posts and we get you to reschedule them to repost every 26 weeks. So once you've got 26 weeks worth of content, you have one post a day every day till 2040. Right. So that's the social media marketing side. We also have email marketing, and the heart of it is automation. So anything you can think of that could be automated probably can. And we also have calendar software in there. So your calendar booking software. So no more Acuity, Calendly, or any of that. Document signing. So no more DocuSign or HelloSign. The only software that you still need to use is Canva, because it doesn't do graphic design. It doesn't video edit. And if you've got a big team, you probably will still use some kind of project management software like Asana or Monday. But otherwise, yes, it's websites, courses, communities, calendars, social media. Oh, and we can automate. You've seen those. Comment the word on the post and you get a DM. It does that. So a bit mini chat type thing. Lots of things. And one thing that we're giving you guys as well, unlimited contacts, which means you can have as many emails in there as you want. Unlimited users, unlimited websites, domains, blogs, all the things. Literally, because we're at this beginning stage, we just want to give everybody that comes in, while we're still fine-tuning everything, all the good stuff. And you guys get the extra discount as well. There you go. I don't always, this is why Jackie talks to people more than me, is because I'm the techie person of the company and I know all the things. And sometimes you don't need to use all the things and people get really overwhelmed with everything it does. So just focus on courses to begin with. And then we can build from there. But what I'll do, okay, sorry. What I'll also do, because I really want you guys to build the thing as an incentive, if you get this finished and pick a launch date, we will install our complete, I'm going to have to tell Jackie, she's going to be annoyed. We will give you the business in a box. What that is funnels, starting of a website, loads and loads and loads and loads of automation, all ready to just tweak a couple of words and turn on. We sell it for $3,000, but because you're MIA, yeah, I'll if that's your incentive to finish though, right? And pick a launch date. Because then everything's automated. Not everything, because human connection is needed. But the business in a box is pretty cool. It's what I've developed over years of doing this. So, yeah, anything I can do to give back to this community, it's my favorite place to hang out. I just love it here. And seeing people who have come up with me and then all the new people that come in every year. Is there a finish date? Yes. So it will be, I'll give you a week after Friday, because honestly, all you need, what we're doing when you come, you will work away. If you do the activities through the day, it should be ready on the day to sell, right? You can start telling people about it. So from Friday, if you do what we get you to do, come with your lesson names and your modules, by the end of Friday, you will have something ready to sell. Okay, and just a little welcome video. That's it. Sit out the back in the, somewhere nice in the sun or, well, in the shade. Good lighting, better in the shade, not in direct sunlight. Oh, have you? Oh, darling. Yes, totally. I would still, you come and make the decision. So here's the thing. If you've got other software, there are, just because that's course software. So we have more than course software, right? Scheduling your social media posts, for example. So I know you've already paid for another piece of software, and that's totally fine, but come along, right? Like, have fun. Let's build. Because I used to use Kajabi, and still do, because it's got years and years of content in it. I just have to move it out one day. But I still needed other software, right, to really make things function well. And the automation part, it does not great. It's a very basic automation system where, but we can link both as well, very simply. If you've got questions, guys, come on up. Like, just unmute and ask away, because, you know, it's a nice little room here.
I want to know, sorry, I asked the question and then I think you said it's free. What's the cost for, is it monthly? Is it yearly for your program with the discount? What is the offer to us?
Oh, yes. Sorry. And I've lost you on my screen. Let me just find you.
I know,
Who's speaking?
I'm on,
Trina.
yeah, I'm on screen. I
Yeah.
can see myself.
Yeah. Hang on one second. There you are. All right, there she is. So the software, it'll be like 147 AUD, which, let me have a look. AUD to USD.
No, I'm Canadian.
Oh, baby. Okay. All right. Well,
Is that a month?
That's a month, or if you pay for a year, you get 2 months for free. So it's 94 Aussie. Sorry, 94 US, but Canadian will be, I think we're pretty close, because we're both in about 130 odd for Canada. Canada. And then, yeah, or 12 months. And you will get full onboarding as well. So I'm going to get my team to connect everything so you can use it straight away. So if you've got domains already or linked websites, we won't bring any of those down, but we'll connect everything for you as well. Your emails, membership portals, calendars, all the things as well, as part of having the software. And you'll be locked in that price for life. Okay, so it will never go up. This will be a $497 a month piece of software. What we're doing right now is hiring and, customer fulfillment and getting the right team in place. There are teething issues with any new startup. So we're also very grateful for those people who, came in on those really early days where we were still hiring people to do fulfillment for us. But yeah, come play. Hopefully you'll come join us. Excellent. And keep an eye out, because every week I do a demo on the software. So on YouTube you'll find it, but where's my calendar? Wednesday, mine, so to be Tuesday for you, is our
What's your
live
YouTube
demo
handle?
stream. So I share a little something about the software every Wednesday. And then let me just have a look here. Yeah, every Wednesday. And we do software training. And then occasionally we open up our community for sneak peekers, and then you can kind of come in and see what we do in there. We've got copywriters and all sorts, mindset coaches, graphic designers, strategists, marketing experts, AI experts, and they run lessons inside our community every day of the week, and Q&A sessions. And keep an eye out. I think next month we're looking at opening up for a sneak peek. So come hang out in the community. We have an open Zoom room that's available 24/7. So you guys can jump in and out and hang out with each other. And then between 9 and 3, we have a guaranteed staff member in that Zoom room to jump in and hang out with and ask questions. And then all the experts are jumping in and out of that Zoom room all day into different breakout rooms to run live sessions. So just keep an ear out for when we open up for sneak peek and come on in. But if you're interested to learn more, shoot us an email. We can have a chat. Awesome. Any other questions in the room? What's a key takeaway? Yeah, I think once you opt in, or maybe the guys put the price on the page. So let me grab that link. I'll grab the link and I'll stick it in the chat for you. Here. Where is my chat? It's around here somewhere. Here we go. So that is there. That's the MIA replay link. Sorry. That's the wrong one. Let me go to get another one. It's this one. There we go. That one is where you'll go to register for GSD. So it's mia.sparklewithsally.com/MIA-CCC-GSD for Get Shit Done. Yes, the boys have put it down the bottom. So regular price will be is $497, founding at $187, MIA only $149.60 a month, or 12 months. You get 2 months free. There you go. But that's on that landing page there. All right. The quicker you can get into it as well, because we want to get you ready and set up for next Friday. So as soon as you register, our team will be reaching out to get you into an onboarding call. And on that, we'll spend as much time with you as we need to get you onboarded. Whether it's 1 session or 6 sessions to get you fully onboarded into the software, we will spend whatever time it takes to ensure that. And now that I'm giving away the business in a box, it'll take a couple of sessions to do that as well for you. We will build, we're going to, in that you get 2 years of weekly emails professionally written for you in that they go out every week. Just evergreen emails. And then after 2 years, people will circle back. But you will get that as well in the business in a box. So you'll be hitting people's inbox with value every week. So that's part of the business in a box. What did you like best? Who's going to come up? Dr. Janeth, come on up. And I've got to find my button again. Hello. Just talk. You should, hopefully, if it's set right, it should just take over the
do
screen.
really love the accountability.
Yes.
I love it. Actually, if you can provide this software with everything easy for me to build the courses, that would be fantastic.
Yeah.
I would be extremely grateful with you.
Well, we totally can. We're always building courses. One job that we just finished off this week was an online course with a connected community, and then a community. It's called Fiji Love, and he's launching at the beginning of next month. And he's got it's an online dating site that he's hosting through our community. And we've built his website, and he's a local here in Australia, but his background's Fijian. And so he bought the domain, and we've just had an opt-in sitting out there on the internet, and he's getting traffic every day opting in, not even paying for it yet. So we're really excited to launch that one.
Wow.
But yeah, it warms my heart to think that our software is now helping other people help other people, right? It's that pay it forward. And, if you end up loving it, there is also pretty awesome affiliate commissions, because I'm a huge believer in paying it forward. It's actually written into our brand values. So if you end up sharing our software with others, you get 30% ongoing of whatever they're paying every month for forever. And then if any of those people share, you get a further 10% from anyone that shares. So if you know someone who's got a big network and then they go out and share, you get, say, one person, you get that 30%, but say they share it with 10, then you get 10% from those 10 people. Coming from a network marketing background, I do love building connections. So, later, I don't want people who are not using the software just spruiking it. Because to us, it's about not just the software, it's about the community that we're building. And they're heart-centered, and some of us are a bit woo-hoo. We're not just trying to get people, I guess. We've turned people away who just aren't yet ready either. Or they don't have the right mindset, right? Growth, giving,
Another
caring.
thing I like it a lot, Sally, is that I have been doing this course before, but this time I feel that you have explained that in an easiest way to make us to feel that it's easiest to do it.
Thank you. That's perfect. I love that. You know why? Because I'm not teaching you everything I know. I'm just showing you what you need to know. And I'm thinking every week, what can you actually get done while still working, while still doing all the other things? And I used to overwhelm my students, and this is why I say whatever you do today will not look the same in 12 months. That's just part and parcel of educating people. And the hardest part isn't what you put in it. The hardest part is actually knowing what to leave out. Because when we know as much as we do, we feel like we want to share it all, but it's not helpful for anybody. Back when online courses first started, it was like, the bigger the course, the better the course. Now it's like, how can you get person from A to Z and get them the results in the fastest way possible, right? But without leaving stuff out that's important. But at the end, there has to be a tangible result because you're promising something. No matter what you sell, you promise water, quench your thirst. Right? Coffee, wake you up. There's a promise on anything you buy. And that's what you need when, like, we will talk more about this, about creating the offer from a marketing point of view. But your program, your course, your signature method, that program is only one part of your offer, right? So your offer is actually made up of the program, but the promise, right? What is the promise that you will be able to deliver in a certain amount of time? Best way to measure that, if you're in one of those kind of softer outcome areas where mindset or, it's not return on investment, is doing a survey at the start of the course to see where everyone is, their baseline, and then at the end. So if it's around mindset, it would be, how do you feel with confidence, or, how good are you at managing your time, or whatever the things are, and then measure them again, sort of halfway and then towards the end. Other ways to measure is what I do, time saving. So, for example, how long do you think it would take you to write every week one email to have a newsletter go out? How much time? Let me know. What would that cost? How much time to sit down each week and write a value-driven email? Not trying to sell anything, just giving them value and then sending it. That alone.
Probably half an hour.
Half an hour?
Probably half an hour.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Every week. You don't have to do that anymore. Ever. Because in our software, we're going to do it for you. We're going to write 96 emails, niche specific, so that one email goes out, and it's also evergreen. And there's lots of other things we go through when we talk about your emails, but they're evergreen, so they're relevant today and in 5 years' time. Scheduling or posting on social media. How much time does that take you to do one post a day? Just one. Now imagine when you have 26 weeks set up and now they're just repeating forever. And you don't even have to think about your value emails your value posts, just so that you show up. It's doing it for you. How much time are you going to save now? So our goal with our clients is to get 3 posts a day on all platforms every day, and then repeat that every 26 weeks. Then every few months you'll sit down and find the ones that performed better and ones did real well, and you'd fix 5%. That's it. But you don't have to. Once you've done your 26 weeks, they're going to repeat every 26 weeks, 3 posts a day. All you then have to think about is, what promotion am I running? And then you just focus on promotional posts because that'll change year over year. But your evergreen value emails won't, right? You know, putting a quote up telling people, you know, take a moment to be grateful, right? That'll just repeat itself every 26 weeks. So we're scheduling people out to 2040, right? They don't have to do it again. And you just wake up in the morning, you're like, oh, nice post from me that I did ages ago. So that's tangible. And then the other tangible is time, because everything's a trade-off usually of time or money. So it's a return on investment as well. So whatever promise you come up with in your offer, there has to be a tangible promise. And then the package, that's the third component of a good offer. And it's how you package it up. So in the package isn't just your course, that's the program. And this is where a lot of people get confused. They think that their program is the offer. It's not. It's part of your offer, but it's not the offer. The offer is the promise with the program, with how you package it. And the package is, what are the inclusions? Are you doing Q&A sessions? Are you doing office hours? Do you have any bonuses? Do you get expert speakers in? Like, so our members of our community can put in an application to be one of our experts. And as a deal to be our expert, they get, they get to come in and teach to an audience that they know is already a paying audience because they're in our community. If they get a client out of that, we just say, tell us. We don't want, fine, bless you. They get on our podcast. They get to blog, to backlink to their website. We promote them across multiple places. So that's, again, part of our membership. So these are all that enhanced opportunity. Remember, accountability, community. The enhanced opportunity is all the bonuses and extras. But don't just put bonuses in for the sake of a bonus. Make sure the bonus also drives the promise or the value of what you're trying to deliver, because you can package and throw lots of things at them that they'll never use. But they're the three key components of bringing together an offer, and then messaging and marketing to get the people. But we'll definitely go more into that. And if anyone wants to chat more, I still do help people map out their courses, map out their offers. It's not something that I do regularly anymore. I only maybe do one a month. It's a gift I have. You know, you're just good at something and you don't know why. It's like when people tell me about all their course ideas and they can't dial it down, I just somehow can say, no, that one links to that one. Let's combine those. You taught that one over there. You don't need to teach it again. Like, I can just see all the paths. When I learnt to become a mentor and, got my piece of paper for that, there's a certain part of the training, which is called mapping, where you're linking things together. I just was really good at, and most of the class wasn't. I think it's my graphic design skills of being able to take complicated stuff and simplify it. I think that's why I also am good at automation, because I can visually see everything in pictures and squiggly lines and tags. Pamela, hello, Pamela. Do you have a question or what did you like best?
Yeah, I don't know how my face just came up there. I'm like, oh, well, there I am. Let
There
me
she
fix
is.
my hair a little bit. Probably what I like best is what you said about taking out what they don't need. Very important. And even, when the stories and when to tell a story, when not to, and such. And I'm feeling it's a lot, especially since you just went over everything. And there's this, for 14 days and working with your team, and there's business in a box. And so I got to that link where I can at least start. And you said it's for 2 weeks. So we have 2 weeks to figure this thing out. So you guys help us and stuff like that. So feeling a little bit lost, but I'm sure the first time they contact me about it, I will ask them all the questions. How does this exactly work?
Look, it is a lot. And this is where, when you guys have overwhelm, because there are so many choices, we just bring you into one. You see, what you're doing is you're building an entire business model, and you cannot do that overnight. And there's this thing that's called the Dunning-Kruger effect. Have you heard of that before? No? So you feel really confident in an area until you start learning about the area, and then you realize you don't know as much as you thought you knew. So you get this peak of, I'm going to build a course. Holy shit, I've got to do an offer, and I've got to do marketing, and I've got to do sales, and I've got to set up a calendar, and I've got to set up a checkout, and oh shit, right?
Mhm.
The more you learn, the more you realize you don't know. So the thing is finding tangible things every day that take you towards the bigger picture. I always reverse engineer it. Just think, where do you want to be in 12 months' time? Start there. Just the 12-month view. Just don't even think about the other steps yet. Where do you want to be in 12 months? Write it down, everybody who's here or watching on the replay. What do you see in 12 months' time happening? Then from there we go, well, based off that information, where will I be in 6 months from now? And then we start to now break it down into actionable tasks for 3-month goals to get to 6 month, to get to 12 month. Now, what happens when you get to start working out that 3 month, so the number, then if you do the math to get to the 12, sometimes it might be too big a goal. Right? So, for example, if I wanted to make $500,000 a month, I would need to spend a certain amount of money on marketing to hit that goal. But if I don't have the money now to spend, I can't get to that goal. Right? So you've got to break it down. I actually use a book, Traction. There's a section.
Traction's great.
Yeah?
Yeah, Traction's great.
I use Traction. I do that. I do the VTO, the Vision Traction Organizer. Me and my team do it together in a team retreat once a year, and then we come back to it and review it every quarter.
Oh, so smart.
And every day I have a Post-it note and I write 3, up to 3, no more than 3. Sometimes I only get 1 done. An income producing activity that is helping my quarterly goal. So I have to at least do 1, but I put 3 on a Post-it note. And back there's a jar of screwed up Post-it notes that if I get all 3 done, I stick it in there. But that one little task of making 10 phone calls today is helping me maybe get 1 client that's taking me towards that quarterly goal. Right. So even though we're talking about software here, step 1, let's just build your course.
Exactly.
That's it.
And that's the one thing. That's the one thing I've always said is I love marketing. I understand marketing, sales and marketing. I've never had anything to sell. So that's why I said I am not doing another marketing anything until I have a course to sell. And there comes Sally through Shalene. And I'm like, hello, girl. And you know, another thing I think is so important that you brought up in a way that I've never heard it before is the value of the breakout rooms to create support and accountability for each other. Most people don't use that. And I truly believe that when people have that and they have the support and the accountability to do each step, they will finish the course. Because most people don't. And I actually think the way you explained it, that's a game changer kind of information.
Oh. So here's the thing. Here, all of our uni students and stuff are going back here in Australia. Well, my daughter not, but her boyfriend has just started first year at uni. What do they do in your first year? Especially in your first 2 weeks? Lots of get to know you stuff, right? Ice-breaking stuff, fun activities, little outings and excursions. When I was teaching the first year students, we would do a go away activity. Like we used to, one year we would take them to the local botanical gardens and we do land art. So they would find stuff around them and go into groups and create something that stays in the land using the materials. The other year we would do it sand art and we'd take them to the beach for the day and they'd all be modeling, but they're building community because these guys are about to spend the next 2 or 3 years together. So building community and connection in any program, I think, is really important. The other thing is the Zoom room. When I was in the office teaching, the students that tend to do the best are the ones that would come up and knock on the staff room door and ask for help, right? Because they wanted to get your knowledge and to get there and do well. So when I started originally the Sparkle Class Academy, which has migrated now, the Zoom account, actually, no, before the Sparkle Class Academy, it was when I was still in network marketing. I opened up the Zoom room for my team and said, I'm working in here all day, come in if you want to hang out. And so our Zoom room, there are staff in there right now, right? And clients are jumping in and out. And if I go in, sometimes I stay in the main room or our breakout rooms are open all the time. So I'll just jump into another room and work and people will pop in and say, hey, I've just finished teaching my lesson, you know, the graphic designer's in or the copywriter, or I just want to pop in and say hi before I head out, you know, and then they'll jump back out and say goodbye to everyone in the main room. And this was 2015 before anyone knew about Zoom. When COVID hit, it was like, hi, world, welcome to my world. I've been here for a long time. I don't have to explain to people anymore how to use Zoom. But again, community. So even though I'm in this little tiny, oh, it's not tiny, but it's in this little space every day, this is what they see. I've got anywhere between 5 to 15 people each day popping in to say g'day. Yeah, so that community.
Are you going to be? Yeah, are you going to be in the community room that we can see in the next couple of weeks?
Yeah,
are you going to be?
Yeah. Well, if you pop in, so when you get your onboarding call, you will enter what we call the VOZ, and in the VOZ, the onboarding team will take you into a breakout room to onboard. But I'm still training the onboarding team, so I'm going to be there, probably doing some of the onboarding because also we're trying to refine the process.
Right.
So yes, you'll see me. I work in there every day. And then sometimes if, for example, you know, the person who was supposed to be in there for the day has something on and I'm out and we need somebody in there just in case someone's got a question, literally I'll stick my phone in my pocket with the camera off and just one headphone in. So if anyone pops in, I'll go, oh, hi, welcome to the VOZ. Are you here to hang out, see an expert or got a question? Right? And people just sit there. It's nice. Half the time I forget that I've got my microphone on because it's always there. And my family is the dot on because they won't come and give me a kiss goodbye if the dot's on. You know how I said when I used to go live, they used to help? Not anymore. After 12 months of me going live daily, just picking up the phone to take a photo of them, they're always, that's not for anybody else, is it? So they're very private now after 12 months of me going live every day. And I've got to respect that. It's not their thing. Right. Funny that he goes fine on the TV, but I guess it's pre-recorded and edited and, you know, this is real.
It's nice to have access to you because that's what, you know, it just is your wisdom because, so my nonprofit is called the Cancer Revolution because I healed myself naturally from cancer a dozen years ago. No surgery, no radiation, no chemo. And I just felt like, okay. And I've learned so much since then. And, you know, I Googled my way out of cancer. So now I know shit, as you said, I know how to I actually know how to get this shit done. And so, but to me, it's like, well, the encyclopedia I would love to give you is. And so, of course, they're already like overwhelmed and everything. So the idea that, I like what you said, what you don't put in. And the fact I might be able to, in one of those rooms, to kind of say, this is what I got. Because you have wisdom saying, nope, oh, that's good. No, I don't know. There's just something where I feel like they need it. It's like, I feel comfortable. Let me tell them that. But having another eye on it to say, no, this is what they really need will make a difference for them. And it's this is why I'm doing it. It's so they don't have to Google their way out of cancer if that's what they want to do.
Well, that's it, isn't it? We found a path that worked for us, and now we share it with others. But then once sharing with others, we'll learn from them and we'll make it even better, because they get stuck in different places we never got stuck that we thought was easy. That was like the course that I'm like, oh, yeah, they'll get this done in 8 weeks. And we got to about 3 or 4 weeks. I'm like, nope, definitely going to be longer than that. And then I just stopped teaching so I could just help them get to where they needed to be rather than finish the course, because really we do it for them. And the more we keep reminding ourselves it's for them. And, you know, even when it comes to selling, it's not about us. It's about them. They're the ones who are saying yes to themselves. They're like, you know, so to me, selling's helping. When someone says yes, they're saying, yes, I need your help. Right. And, yeah. Anyway, I'm looking at the clock and I know my team will be messaging me any minute, because we do have a live stream that I have not prepared for at the top of the hour. So I better go and get ready for that. It's just a quickie. It's just about all the updates in the software that have been released this week. So at least that one's not too hard. Have a fabulous week, everybody. Go get registered. If you need any help, let us know along the way. Our team will be reaching out to you all this week and getting you onboarded. And yeah, you will see me in the room. I'll definitely be there. So have a good one. Never let anyone dull your sparkle. Make sure you get at least one income-producing activity done each and every day. And I will see you next week for GS Day. Bye.
You've been hiding in the shadows way too long. You always thought that you were weak, but babe, you're wrong. Yeah, you better step into the light, just give it a try. Think that it's time you let that spark out. You've been hiding in the shadows way too long.